Jeez, dude, your games are no joke. Tell me if you have games that are, yeah, I have trouble. Highlighted message. My green screen? You know, yeah, there's a tiny bug, but it's kind of okay. Okay. Let me grab myself a pizza. I think. I don't know if I want a pizza, actually. Maybe a sandwich? Sandwich could be cool. Yeah. I'm gonna grab myself a sandwich and be right back, and yeah. First game done. Let me just display something in the meantime. I have no idea what, but yeah. Maybe just this, honestly. And put the chat back on here. Boop. There you go. Going back in a sec, guys. I'm grabbing myself a sandwich, and yeah. have almost everything. Oh wait. I think I have almost everything. Salad. Butter. Okay. Be right back in a second. And we're good. Alright. Oh, butter. Forgot butter. Is there... Okay. Hey, Kit. I like Kit. I'll be honest, like Kit Kat is so much fancier. I love it. Hard for me to resist. I think I'm gonna try Kit Kat. Okay. See you back in. Well, I'm just grabbing the butter. Let's try some videos together. Oh, I need to. God damn it! Every time I find one thing. There you go. Okay. Let's see what this guy is doing.
My dad has this $20 Harbor Freight Sawzall, and somehow he lost the blade guard for it. I've always wanted to try to press form sheet metal using 3D printed forms. I haven't really ever seen that done before, and it seems like a fun project. So I'm gonna see, based just on photos I can find of what the blade guard looks online, design one, cut the sheet metal, and then hopefully design some forms that'll let me make a functional end for it. So let's see if we can do it. This is the best picture of the blade guard I could find, and it looks like it's made of two parts riveted together. The blade guard is where all the hard features are. It has bends all the way around the perimeter, which isn't too bad, but they're right next to a hole, and that's something you really try to avoid in sheet metal because it's very difficult to get the bend made without distorting the hole. And then inside the hole, you probably can't see in this photo, it's formed with a radius all the way around the edge, and that you can't do with normal bending. That is some kind of punching or forming operation. And so I took some dimensions off the Sawzall, came up with this, and just for reference, this is a cross section of what the form feature looks like. And this is the part I'm most concerned about for pressing with 3D printed parts, because this is a lot higher pressures and forces than you would get for a simple bend, because you're actually compressing and stretching the steel a lot more. And so I'm worried that I'll either just shatter the die or smush it or something like that. I'll make some drawings and we'll go cut them out. I'll be cutting the parts out using a CNC plasma cutter. I'll be cutting them out of 16-18 gauge steel. And if you haven't seen a plasma cutter before, it actually cuts conductive metals using electricity. And the way it works is it creates a jet of ionized gas. In the case of mine, it's air. And this allows electricity to flow from the nozzle to the workpiece, and the electricity basically forms an arc, which delivers an enormous amount of heat to a very small area, which just cuts through the metal. And they're super fast and super handy for work like this. I 3D printed this die or form, or I don't know exactly what you would call it, but it's basically the space below the sheet metal part that I want after it's been folded. And it has a registration feature on top so that I can take the sheet metal that I just plasma cut and it'll hold it in the right spot. And then when I bend it, it will wrap around this block and have the right bends in the right spots with the right angles. Now to bend it around this form, I need another form or die which goes on top of it, which has basically the space of the air or whatever above the part. And so that's this. So it has a cavity in it which has the shape of the space above the part. And then I'll put this in the press and shove it down really hard, and hopefully it'll bend this thing to the right shape. Now there's actually still a problem. If I just try to set this on top and press it, it's not going to be in the right spot. And so I made this extra little frame. So this is a pocket which I can put the lower form into, and it'll hold it in the right spot. I can put 2 precision rods in. This upper form has bushings that go around those rods, and this will locate it correctly in space.
Sure.
We'll take it over to the press and give it a smash and see how it does.
Whoa. Okay.
All right. Looks like the form is mostly undamaged. It is in there tight. This is okay. There's actually damage or poor bending at the top. This is actually to be expected. Generally speaking, when you're making sheet metal parts, you do not want holes near bends because you have this problem that it distorts the part when you try to bend it. I think I can actually change the design of this to mitigate that by pressing this before I start folding it to lock it in place. This part was pretty difficult to get out of the upper die, and the reason for that is it's not actually square. The flanges are bent out a little bit. You might be able to see it if I put a square against it. And that basically wedged it into the mold when I was done. And the reason for this is it's a material property of the metal. The metal has some springiness to it before it will actually bend. And so I'm bending it to a 90, but then it pops out a little bit. If I want an actual 90, I have to bend it beyond 90, which I can't do just by coming straight down with a press because there's no clearance to get under it. So one of the neat things about 3D printed tooling is that it's a lot easier than with machine tooling to get some kind of action that can fold the flange under and then come back out, because I can print whatever geometry I want without having to do really more work than a little bit of design. So here's a quick demo of the spring back that I was talking about. I have a vise, which is acting as half the form. I have some aluminum, which I'm forming, and then I have the top of the form, which is just a piece of aluminum bar. Just like the steel, it's wedged in, and you see it springs out. I just can't get a 90-degree bend with anything that has elasticity. All right, top die V2. And this one's pretty similar to the previous one, and the main difference is it has these 2 big holes in the top, which allow some pretty stiff springs to pass through the die. And the way that this will work is I will epoxy this little plate that I cut on top, and then the springs will go into the holes, and then I have this other plate which I need to decide how I'm going to attach it. I'll probably just weld it maybe, although I'm a bit afraid of annealing the springs. I'll probably just glue it. It'll be on these springs, and so when this comes down to form the part, I first have to compress these springs, which should firmly clamp the part and prevent that top from bowing up. and giving me this very undesirable shape that I have. Very nice. Very, very nice.
Damn.
Nice clean bends. There's no doming or flatness on the top. Significantly improved. 3D printing tooling seems to work pretty well for making bends in sheet metal, but what I really want to do is make a formed feature. And so a lot of stamped parts, and if you looking at the photo for this part online, there's actually a formed lip around the inside of the part, and I want to try to form that. So I made another set of dies. This one actually has a opening where I will try to press the sheet metal into this hole, and it has a radius all the way around, and hopefully I can smash it in there and get a radius on the part. And I have a matching die which hopefully does the smashing. I don't have high hopes for this. I've seen dies before that do this, and when I've visited factories, and this doesn't seem quite right. It's definitely going to put some serious strain on the part. And so I'm going to actually start with a much thinner piece of galvanized steel. Excuse the really terrible cut quality. I haven't actually cut this before and don't have the settings dialed, but the slot in the middle is generally right. So this will set on top of this die, and we will smash this die into it. Didn't seem quite right. Well, it would appear I installed my die wrong. So I made a giant error when I was going to press that. I installed the upper die backwards. So the die smashed into basically a wall, which the press completely demolished. Now the ease with which the press demolished it was a bit shocking, but also probably indicates that this material just isn't going to work. But I just kept on smashing just to see if I got anything out of it. And I was like, almost sweet there. Let's get it off.
Yeah, is it
Kind
just me,
of.
or he's just
There's a bit of a formed edge in there.
Like,
I'll have to
I'm not
reprint
seeing
this, but I'm gonna try it again with some
what the goal is.
slightly thicker material because I don't care if I destroy this jig. So I've got some 18 gauge steel here. Let's go throw this in the press. All right, I just pressed that off camera because it's the same thing that I've done every time.
Looks cool.
So it actually looks like it formed most of the feature. It's pretty decent looking, actually. It doesn't look like, other than the damage I did to the form with the press, it doesn't look like I actually damaged the form either. The bottom form is looking good as well. Wow. So I was looking at this part and I just realized I made a big error in the design of the form. So this form is only designed to basically put a radius on the slot that was already formed in the part. The slot will get a little bit wider because it has to form a radius, but it doesn't actually really widen it, and there's not enough material to stand it up straight, which is what I was going for. And it's because I just designed it wrong. This needs to first form the slot to be wider and then radius it. And so I need to make a tool that does that. Unfortunately, I don't have a 3D printer available right now, so I'm going to machine these, just see if it works, because I'm really curious to see if this will work. All right, we got some stock in the mill. Gonna make it out of some aluminum bar stock, and hopefully this works.
It's not water, is it? It's paint?
We have ourselves a die. Now, given that my original goal was to see if I could form sheet metal with 3D printed parts, this is cheating just a little bit. It's only half cheating because I'm still going to use a 3D printed half of the die. I just really want to try this, and this only took maybe 15 minutes to machine on the CNC, so it gives me that great sense of instant gratification that I'm seeking. Back in the press, we have the aluminum die in there. Everything's oiled up. So let's see if we can get some forming done. There goes the die, although I think I might have gotten it formed before I exploded the die. This is a lot more carnage than I thought. So it looks like what happened is that I exploded the inner die, which exploded the outer die. So that die is toast.
Shit.
But this looks pretty nice. So did you look at this? Looks like I formed the feature before I exploded the die. I'm pretty sure I could do this on a 3D printed die. This die, the machined one, is loaded totally under compression, and so I don't see why it wouldn't survive the process. This one is loaded under tension. It's trying to be pulled apart by the sheet metal. That's probably what broke it apart. I could probably also survive if I just made this a bit thicker or made it out of maybe a different resin with a higher yield point. So yeah, half success, half cheating. Just need to bend this into the final part and I will call it a success. Reviewing the footage of the press, I think I understand why the tool broke, and I don't think it was due to the pressures and forces of forming, at least not the outer tool. The inner tool might have broken from the pressures, it kind of looks like it did, but the outer tool, when I was pressing it, it was actually cocked a little bit. And I think what was happening was that the bushing was camming onto the guide rod. And what camming will do is it doesn't matter how hard I push with the press here, it will not slide. I can literally push with infinite force, it won't slide. The harder I push, friction is generated here that's more than the force, and that's it. So I think the press just snapped the tool in half. All right, so to finish off this formed piece, I took the original form and milled a pocket in it to make space for this because I don't have a form that will hold this. The normal intent would be to first do the bending, then form this feature. But since I destroyed my form tool, I have to do it out of order. All right, due to the complete and total failure of the 1 minute epoxy, I've reconfigured the spring press a different way. Well, let's take her apart. See how we did. Oh, yeah, awesome. So we have a nearly totally flat top with a formed in feature. Nice bends.
Wow.
Nice. I am really happy with this part. The second part of this blade guard isn't very special. I can bend it normally, so I'm going to just bend it in the vice brake. We've got our two pieces. Just got to build them up now. So, there we have it. A 3D printed form bent, complex formed, and it looks great. The only thing I really want to do after I make sure that it actually fits the saw is to powder coat it. So overall, this process is quite promising. I think with the few tweaks, I could have some tooling that I'm printing that would allow me to make maybe 100 or more of these. And that's really the point of making the tooling. It really doesn't make sense to make the tooling to make a single one. If I only wanted a single one, I probably just would have actually machined it out of a piece of aluminum or something rather than trying to make it out of sheet metal. It's a pretty cool concept. And the things I would like to do in the future is fully 3D print the molds, so 3D print this forming operation here. All right, scratch that. I really didn't feel right saying this was a victory when I only half won. That actually sounds a whole lot more like first place loser to me. So I printed another set of forms, and I actually noticed a small interference when I was looking at the CAD between the interface of this form and the face of this form, and it would tend to split this form apart like a log splitter. And I think that might be what actually split the form apart before, so fingers crossed. I hope it'll work this time. I got everything else fixed up, and very presumptuously, 3 blanks ready to be pressed. So let's give it a try. We're starting off with the side bends, with doing things in the correct order this time. Well, so much for the epoxy. Yikes. But I realized that my super optimized, even lower bottom form was bottoming out the whole press assembly before I could get a full stroke. So I've put a previous form underneath, and we're gonna finish off this press. All right, that operation looks pretty good. So I'm gonna go for the inner form now. This is the setup that was intended, and it's pretty cool because you can have the part, you can leave the part as it is and just replace the top die. I have my new mini die inserted in here, and I'm going to give it a press. Sounds like I exploded the die.
Yeah, it doesn't look that good.
Bummer. So it was definitely presumptuous to cut three blanks. Here's the broken apart form. It's pretty cool how perfectly symmetric it broke. Here's the part. It just about worked. The front edge is slightly incompletely formed, but I'll call this almost a win. I would use this part. It's basically good. And I think this is a good stopping point. You certainly can 3D print forms and form relatively thick gauge sheet metal with it, at least once. I think you could do it more than once with maybe a bit more section, a resin with a higher UTS, or maybe modifying the feature a little bit or doing it in 2 passes so it's less aggressive. This tool was definitely very aggressive. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the results, and I feel like I got a good feel for what you can do. I'd really like to make a form that has some kind of action on it, either to get 90-degree walls or some other complicated feature. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you didn't, I have no idea why you're still watching this. And I'm out of here. Thanks.
I have no idea why you're still watching this. Yeah, I like it. I like those. Very like those. It's dark magic to me. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, like, I let my robot cut my hair and stuff, like, god damn it. You know, it's crescendo. Doesn't wear out. On earth.
So my plasma cutter has an exhaust problem. It does well with solids, but particles, man, they go straight through it. It really needs some Pepto-Bismol. My plasma cutter has a fan system in it which pulls all the smoke and dust out when you're cutting, and it's called a downdraft, and it's super important both for my lungs and to keep metal dust from getting airborne, where it coats every surface. I swear this stuff is like a gold leaf. 1 gram of it will coat an entire football field. The downdraft itself works great, and as expected, it exhausts a lot of metal dust out onto my driveway into the shop floor. I had some ideas when I was designing the downdraft to hopefully catch some of the dust, but I decided I should kick the can down the road and see how bad the dust situation is. Well, I've caught up with the can, and the dust situation is bad enough that I think I should kick it. The idea that I've had stuck in my head is to use some kind of cyclonic separator. The basic idea is that you force the air to follow a trajectory that the particles in the air can't due to their momentum. This hopefully makes them fall out of the airstream and not get exhausted. It's sort of like in sports when someone jukes an opponent. You want the air to do the juking, and the particle to bubble past and land in the penalty box. That analogy I don't think is actually useful. This is my Cyclonic dust collector. It's made for sawdust. It has an inlet port over here, and the geometry of this area here makes a vortex. Things that are heavy get thrown to the outside and fall down into this bin at the bottom, and then the air gets sucked up to a tube in the middle and over and exhausted through this filter.
You know, no big deal.
99% of the dust falls down into this bin rather than going into the filter and clogging it. This very small amount that does make it through gets captured in this bag at the bottom. There's probably about a teaspoon of dust in here, and this is from vacuuming up at least one full bin of material. This is what's going on inside of the cyclonic separator. Air and dust get sucked in through this hole. They spin around here. The dust, because it has more mass, can't make this radius of a turn, so it strikes the wall, slows down, and then falls out the bottom. Then the air gets pulled up through the middle out into the air filter on the side. This is the way I'd like the plasma cutter filter to work. It's nice because there's not any filters required. It's just a geometry thing. Also, keep in mind that these fans are moving a lot of air. They're moving about 6,000 cubic feet of air per minute, which is a massive amount. To put that into perspective, it would basically be removing all of the air from my garage every minute and a half to 2 minutes. This is why just putting a small filter won't work. You can't get enough flow through it. It has too much resistance. Filters can work, but you need big, expensive ones. My experience with big, expensive industrial things, they also have a long lead time. And as with most of my projects, I want it cheap and immediate. So, no go. But long story short, I think I have a design that can work. It's super compact, easy to service, and if it doesn't work, I can easily remove it or modify it. So the basic design is an array of S-shaped channels that the air has to flow through in order to be exhausted by the machine. And any heavy particles hopefully can't make this turn, and they'll hit the wall, slow down, and drop onto the ground. And this design is also really nice because I can make it by buying some kind of tube and just slicing it in half, and I have my S-shaped channel, so it's very easy to manufacture. I have some comically large steel particles and an air gun, and hopefully we can get an idea of what this thing will hopefully do.
That is a bummer. Good.
So the particles go around, strike the wall, slow down, and then get caught in this side.
Yeah.
How would you like to see a shot-by-shot video of me trying to figure out how to slice tubing?
I'm eating...
That sounds terrible to me as well, so we're just gonna skip that. Here's the cut tubes. It worked out really nicely. One tube sliced in half results in one bend of the assembly.
Kind of a nice,
although unfortunately I didn't notice that until after. It already cut tall and short tubes to be sliced. But that's how it goes.
It's called Kinder
Now I know what you're
Maxi
thinking.
King.
Only an imbecile would make this out of PVC. On the charge of imbecile, I have no comment. But as for the PVC,
it's super
I agree, you definitely don't want burning PVC. If it burns, it's really terrible. Fortunately, we live in the 21st century, and they've invented alchemy.
What's it called?
Even more conveniently, it comes on a roll. This is adhesive aluminum, and I can use it to give the PVC a protective metallic shell. This should mostly protect it from instantaneous burning by metal particles.
I actually love the idea
and I'm okay with this because it's under a baffle, so it's not going to be directly receiving molten steel. There's also two gigantic fans next to it, whose sole purpose is to suck fumes out of the process. The plasma cutting actually produces vaporized steel, which you do not want to breathe. That's the main point of the downdraft. If it burns a little bit, it'll just get sucked outside, so that's okay. And then, if all else fails, I have a fire extinguisher. I'm okay with this as an experiment. If it works, I'll make it out of sheet metal or tubing or something like that. So here it is all assembled. Certainly not the prettiest thing in the world, but it'll do for the test. And it's a lot better than breathing, burning PVC. I made this little steel frame to hold it all together, and so I can screw it into the plasma cutter. I'm pretty sure it'll get sucked into the fans if I don't have it bolted down. Here it is installed in the downdraft. It's nice that it's essentially a cartridge that I can load through the access door for servicing it and basically taking it in and out. So let's give it a try. Here it is cutting without the separator, lots and lots of sparks, and here it is with the separator. I'm still getting a few sparks, but it's greatly reduced. Now I know what all the engineer nerds are going to say. Oh, you just greatly reduced the airflow by introducing this obstruction, so it's not actually filtering, it's just not really working anymore. I work with a lot of engineers, I know how to settle this score. Data. I have an anemometer, which measures wind speed. Now, this is a pretty good measurement of flow rate for these fans because the hole through them is fixed size.
Wait. Me and a friend had a meme where we both sent each other a piece of celery from countries away during summer, and we both had to eat ours. What? It was meant to ship within 5 days. It took 11. I still ate it all amount. Celery? Wait, it's a vegetable, right? Celery. Yeah, that's what I thought. What the? you guys are actually crazy. In summer? During summer, oh my god. Wow. The true challenge though is cheese, I'd say. It doesn't really go bad. I have no idea. Actually, I'll be honest, I have no idea. It's not the worst thing in the world, it's just like, you know, I guess it's always better to do this in winter. But to be fair, the real challenge will be, yeah, either cheese or chocolate. I mean, chocolate, you won't have anything anymore. It will just be like purely melted. And cheese, like, no, just, oh my gosh.
You can kind of think of it as shooting out cylinders of air continuously at a speed. So if it's shooting out cylinders of air at the same speed, then it's the same flow rate. And so I'm going to get some measurements with this, and we can compare the filter to stock.
Doesn't seem that sexy to me.
Measuring the airspeed with the stock machine, I'm getting 5.5 meters per second. Plugging this in for the cross-sectional area of the fan gives me about 1,000 cubic feet per minute, which is off by a factor of 2 or 3, so I'm a little hesitant to trust this number, but I hope that the meter's at least consistent between readings with different setups. If I run the fans on high with the stock with no filter, I get at 7 meters per second, which is about 1,200 cubic feet per minute. Installing the filter and running it on high, I get 6 meters per second, which corresponds to about 1,000 cubic feet per minute. So just to summarize all that, I've been running stock ever since I built the downdraft at 5.5 meters per second, and running with the filter on high, I'm getting 6 meters per second, which for the astute among us is more than 5.5. Hopefully that means this will also work great. So let's see if we can quantify how much better it is. I'm going to do the same cut with and without the filter in place. I have the fans blowing at a calibrated piece of cardboard with a sheet of pressure-sensitive adhesive on it. This stuff is super sticky. And we'll see how much dust we collect with and without the filter. Here's the test running with the filter in the plasma cutter. The tape is on the right side, and you can't really see it, but it's slowly accumulating a bit of a gray material on it. This is whatever's coming out of the exhaust and hitting this. It's running the exact same test with everything in the same position, but without the filter installed. And again, it's hard to see in the video, but there's a bunch of gray material starting to build up on the tape. This should be a pretty good comparison with and without the filter. So here's the results. This is with the filter, this is without. And if we get in nice and close, so we're looking at about 1.5 inch view here. Unfiltered on the left, filtered on the right. And I'm not going to count all the particles, but I'd guess we have less than 5% of the total particles on the right. So definitely an improvement. So overall, it seems like this filter works pretty well. I'm really glad that there's not any filtering elements that I have to worry about clogging up or replacing. In the worst case, I might have to vacuum it out every once in a while. It doesn't seem like I've lost performance over running it the way that I've been running it. And it was pretty easy to make and doesn't have a big impact on the machine. So I guess the next step is to build it properly with tubing, although I took a look at the aluminum coated PVC and there's not any noticeable damage at all. And I did quite a bit of cutting. Hopefully this was interesting. As always, if it wasn't, I'm not sure why you're watching it. And I'll see you next time. Thanks. Okay, Plasma. What's 1 + 1?
Let me see. Okay, I got it. 1 + 1 = 2 men.
You know, I'm not sure if this thing is stupid or brilliant. In any case, I have to give it partial credit because it had the word 2 in there, which is
so
what I was
cool.
looking for. In any case, my plasma cutter just picked up a new skill. It's now both a plasma cutter and a pen plotter. It's like the conjoined twin of the tool world. Not sure if that really makes any sense. So the reason I want a pen plotter on my plasma cutter is that I use it all the time to make folded sheet metal structures. The plasma cutter is amazing at this. It's an awesome technique for making almost anything. You can usually make what you want much faster and cheaper than machining it or even 3D printing. But the problem I have is that I'll make pretty complicated things because the plasma cutter can cut any shape. And after I cut it, I can't figure out where to place the bends. There'll be off-angle bends and things like that. I often am off where I place them, and then the parts aren't the right shape. And I don't know about you, but for me, that's a problem. And so the pen plotter is the answer. I can draw all of the bend lines and then cut the part out, and then they're all located perfectly to each other. And when I go to bend it, I don't have to spend a bunch of time trying to figure out where the bends should go. Just line it up with whatever bender I'm using, and I'm done. It's awesome. Another common use of plasma cutters is making signs and other art. You've probably seen the ads in the back of Popular Mechanics telling you to make money with your plasma cutter. I think PlasmaCam has been putting those ads in there for about 30 years.
Wow.
And with a pen plotter, you can make even better art. This is a quick demo that I made. I'm not sure really what you would do with this, but you can make it if you want to, I guess. Making the plasma cutter be both a plasma cutter and a pen plotter is actually harder than you would think. If you want a crappy pen plotter, you can just make a thing that you can put the pen in every time you want to draw and then draw and take it out. But that's super lame. I want a thing where it's just part of the machine. I can just send it G-code and it'll draw, it'll cut, it'll do both, and I don't have to worry about it. And it's challenging because, for one, you have to be able to raise and lower the marker. The reason for this is that the head of the plasma unit, the torch, is extremely close or even touching the work sometimes. And to draw on it, you have to be lower than the torch so that the torch doesn't hit. And if you just have it stationary, you'll be drawing all the time, which is not what I want. And so you have to be able to raise it shy of the torch so that you're not hitting, and then bring it down when you want to cut. The second challenge is that most markers have some kind of cap on them. If I have to take the cap off every time I want to use it...
Do one game a day and one multi-$1,000 DIY robot today. Wait, DIY. I heard that thing before. What does it stand for? DIY. Do it yourself. Oh, makes sense. Multi-$1,000 do it yourself robot a day. I would love to, actually. Like, there are several things that I absolutely want to try. One is painting, and I already tried it. I'll show you, and I will do some paint on, white canvas on stream. And making robots, yeah, definitely. But I need... Well, yeah. Well, because I'm bad at it, I'll need a lot of experiments, so... It's gonna cost some money, so yeah, later on. But yeah, definitely. I'm gonna go skydiving. Oh my gosh. That has to be so fucking cool, too. Maybe one day I'll try this as well. Like, but I wouldn't do it alone, right? I want to share this with someone that is crazy enough to, yeah, do it. Yeah, I guess. What is this emote? Without a parachute? Okay, okay. Let's calm down. Chucky Baba. Yamete kudasai.
Then I might as well just be putting the marker in. Also super lame. Thankfully, the good folks of Sharpie Corporation, I think that's the name of the company, they make a retractable Sharpie. This makes the problem of decapitating the pen retractable.
Did you say decapitating?
And having to make some sort of cap taker on or offer would have been a nightmare. I don't know if I would have done this project if I had to do that. But with this, I can open it somehow with the machine. The third challenge is just getting stuff on the business end of the plasma cutter. There's a lot of electrical noise. It's pretty difficult. I have a design that solves all of these challenges.
Hey, well,
to raise and lower the torch, I'll
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, KitKat. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good night's sleep.
be using an air cylinder, which is a piston inside of a tube. And you can apply air pressure on one side or the other, and it'll push the piston back and forth. So if I put air in here, it'll push the piston to the left. If I put air in here, it'll push the piston to the right. The challenge with using an air cylinder is that it only has two positions. It's either in or it's out. And to make this work with the plasma cutter, I need to be able to raise it to open the Sharpie against some sort of immovable object. I need to be able to lower it to draw, but then I need to be able to sit somewhere in the middle so that I'm not drawing when I don't want to be. And the air cylinder can't do that by default. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach two relatively stiff springs preloaded to the air cylinder.
All the time and just close it at the end.
Then if I want to go up, I just have to compress one of the springs. And then if I want to go down, I just have to compress the other spring. Then if I release all the air pressure, the springs will push it back to the middle. The one thing to note about springs is that they have to be pretty stiff for this to work, because they don't actually accurately locate the piston. And the reason for that is there's friction. If the spring isn't strong and there's friction, there's a range of positions that it can sit where the spring force can't overcome the friction.
Cool.
And it can lead to the Sharpie not sitting where you want it to sit. So this might make sense intuitively. Say, for example, in the air cylinder, there's 1 pound of friction. You have to apply 1 pound of force before it moves.
In the next 30 days.
And so the springs only compress 1 inch per pound of force you apply to them. That means that I have to compress the spring more than 1 inch before it generates enough force to be able to overcome friction. And that would give me basically plus minus 1 inch of range that this marker can sit and not move. And so I'm using stiff springs to overcome that. Schematically, it would look like this. I have the two springs on the output of the air cylinder.
Pretty good, actually.
And if I want to go up, I have to compress this spring. If I want to go down, I have to compress that spring. If I release pressure from both ports, then it centers somewhere. This is actually challenging to drive as well. So I'll be using a solenoid valve, and it's a 5-port two-way.
Absolutely nothing about it.
I'm not going to go into all the details of what that means.
While I eat, right?
Basically, it's a valve that can apply pressure. It can switch pressure from one hole to the other. So it can put pressure here and vent this one, or vice versa. The problem is it doesn't have any
I love it so much.
No pressure state. It's one or the other.
It's magical.
So what I'll be doing instead is I'll be using 2 of these valves. I'll have 1 valve on each input, and they will switch each input from pressurized and not pressurized, open to atmosphere. So if I want to move it this way, I'll apply pressure to this one and turn this one off. And if I want to move it this way, I'll do the opposite. And then if I want to sit in the middle, I'll turn both of them off and the springs will push it to the middle.
It's freaking awesome.
You'll see how this is set up when I have it built up.
And
that's the plan of attack. The next step is a lot of CAD. I printed the parts in a rigid material.
What?
This is me removing them from the supports, which hold them up when they're being printed. To get the shorter rail, I just cut a length off of a longer rail because I didn't have a shorter rail available. And the rail is kind of the backbone of the whole system. Almost everything is built off of this.
Is he talking about pistons mechanics?
You can see the captive nut for the air cylinder, and then I'm putting in the other captive nut here, which holds the adjustment screw for where the position of the stage is when it's at rest.
Actually. Yeah.
This other piece is the kind of super duper piece that holds most of the springs in the air cylinder, and that the Sharpie clicks off against.
Yeah, and
the air cylinder is held in with this big nut, and the clocking of the air cylinder so that you can access the air ports is just set by how you clock the nut.
Drawing machine.
And then the air cylinder is attached to the stage with this captive nut.
I love this.
And there's a small amount of adjustment here if you need it, but there's kind of adjustment in a bunch of different places, so I didn't need this. I didn't have a long enough screw, so I just welded 2 together. And this is the screw that pulls upwards, and it opposes the one that pulls downwards. And it's actually the adjustment screw. So if I need to change the position that it's sitting, I turn that screw.
So cool.
To cut the bracket, I'm just cutting it out of some sheet metal and then bending it in the press.
Wait.
This would have been really convenient to have the bend lines drawn on it.
Wait, okay.
And then this bracket has slots in it, so I can adjust the whole height of this thing on the plasma cutter. I should have screwed it on first. It's really hard to get these screws in there. Tightening up everything for the final assembly.
Oh, the pen.
Sharpie going into the Sharpie clamp. I printed a bunch of these clamps, figuring I'd break a bunch of them, but so far I haven't broken the first one, which is fantastic. And then the final touch is the push lock connectors for the hose. And that's it for the assembly of the thing. Since my Z stage is basically a piece of 80/20 on a rail, it's very easy to install. It's just 2 screws,
the magic's
get it in there.
Happen.
I swear, I just keep stuffing more and more things into these energy chains, and it is just a nightmare. This is probably the worst part of the entire project, is trying to route the hose through these. I'm too lazy to undo all of the plates, and so I take some of them off and spend way longer trying to fish it through than it would have taken just to remove all of the plates. I'm probably never going to learn my lesson. Here's my 2 solenoid valves. You can see that there's some sintered bronze dampers. This lets me dial in the rate that the air cylinder goes. So this is my electronics box. I just added a couple relays to control the valves. I'm not going to go into the details.
I love it. I love this game.
This is a case where my general policy of getting things fast and cheap really backfired. I knew when I bought this box it was probably going to be pretty tight, and I just keep sticking more and more stuff in here. And every time, just like the energy chain, it gets worse and worse. And it's always terrible. I could easily fit a 4 times as large box on the plasma cutter with no problem. I should just have done that. It was a pain routing the tubes, but it is great having it all pneumatically controlled. There's no wires, no noise. It's a lot easier to deal with than any active electronics on the head. I banged my head against the wall many times trying to eliminate noise with this machine. Dude. Maybe someday I'll make a video on the torch height controller I tried to make. It was a terrible experience. So that's about it. Let's see if this thing works.
Suit. Oh my gosh, it's happening. It's happening.
Okay, Plasma.
What?
Do you like my video?
This video is the best. Smashing MF subscribe button.
Alright, that's enough shenanigans. Let's look at how this thing actually works. To open the Sharpie, you raise it up and then release it. And then to draw, you pull down and then you're ready to go. The reason there's this screw here is that I can use this to adjust where exactly this sits to fine-tune the system. If I want it to sit a little bit higher, I can turn the screw down, and that will compress this spring more.
Gorgeous. No, just
so in order to get the plasma cutter aligned with the marker, I need to know the offset between them. I made a guess, and now I'm drawing and cutting a 90-degree angle, and I can measure the distance between both legs of the angle to get the X and Y offset between the two heads. And I had to do this a couple of times just to get it really dialed in. But at the end, I can now draw a line and then completely obliterate it with the plasma cutter. There was once a Sharpie line underneath here, totally gone, and that's what I wanted to see. So I'm really curious to see what this thing can do. This is a hard part I designed previously. It's a motorized caster for a tree climbing robot. I made it to climb this huge pine tree and put Christmas lights on it. Maybe someday I'll make a video on it. And right now it's drawing all the bend lines. There's many of them, and then the little plus signs are hole drill markers.
Wow.
And then it slices everything out, and like I said, this is a pretty complicated part.
What?
But it looks great. Looks nice and square, and the Sharpie is a little thick. I need to get a finer point marker for it. My shop isn't set up to bend parts this complicated, so I have a bunch of improvised bending setups
I did
to
finish
get
the
it done
game,
properly.
I did finish it.
But overall, I'm super happy with this result.
available in
It's
one game
way
day.
better than what I was able to get
And we're gonna
previously.
make a second one this afternoon.
Before I had big gaps and nothing was really lined up or square at all. And this is quite usable. This is a really fun build. Hopefully I'm not typecasting myself as a plasma fanboy. I love all of my tools equally. At least that's what I tell my friends and family when they ask. I'm looking forward to using this for a bunch of different cool projects.
That was so
I build
cool.
stuff all the time, and I'm having a lot of fun making videos. So if you like what you see, you should consider subscribing, and hopefully there'll be more cool stuff. That's all I got. I'm out of here. Thanks.
That was so freaking cool. Okay. Damn. Oh, that was cool. I love robots so much. I don't have a premium account yet. I'm saying for the 20k points. Well, because I'm publishing 2 games every day, you'll be able to get access to the first game once I finish publishing the second game. Because you have access not for the last game, but for the game before this one. Basically, you'll have access to this game, the game I created this morning, in a few hours. And yeah, once you have the 20... How many points do you already have? Once you have 20k points, you have premium forever. Let's go. Can't wait for you to have the premium account. Okay, people. I believe it is time to create a second game. So... here we go. Let's generate a theme. Boop. Okay. Theme. Boom. Come on, a good theme, a good theme, a good theme. Oh. Use the book. Hey, beta. Why don't you just use the book? What the hell am I supposed to do with... Okay. Use the book. Dude, you just gotta use the book. What book? What? Okay. Use the book. Okay. Sure. What could I do? Okay, I could make something funny. Like, for example... Oh. Wait, I'm getting something. How about the book is actually like an ammunition? Like you're throwing books at something to damage it. That could be fun. And like, yeah. You would literally use the book to like destroy stuff. Now my question would be... Wait, Death Note. Oh, Death Note is great as well. It's fucking good too. Wait, Death Note is freaking amazing idea. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Death Note is a great idea as well. Oh my gosh, Death Note is a great idea. Okay. I mean... Inverted Death Note, Life Note. Wait. What would it do? What would be the gameplay? Okay, some easy ideas. Okay, you know what? Like, I don't know why, but you are so inspired today. I love it when you guys have super great ideas. Sorry. I had an idea that I could go with, but if you have a funny idea, I'm all for it. Okay, tell me, Novex. And tell me also, joke, like, what do you mean by Life Note? Yeah, what would be the gameplay of Life Note? use the book. Can be resurrect death. Oh my gosh. For raising an army or something. Can make different characters, but their names are unknown. With the Death Note gameplay, I was thinking about having a bunch of people walking around, and there would be one person that would kill everyone. And you would know the names on top of their heads, and you will have to figure out, but there will be a tons of names, right? You have to figure out the exact... Actually, the Death Note idea is quite freaking funny. Like, it really is funny. Oh my god, it's funny. I kind of want to do it. You make different characters, but then unknown. You can make enigmas. Enigma? Yeah, to find the names. Yeah, but what kind? I mean... I would keep the gameplay simpler, but I love the idea of Death Note. Here's what I'm thinking. How about there's a username on top of their heads, but they are moving all the way? And maybe you are moving... No, I don't know if you should be moving. How about a bunch of people moving around, and you need to kill them all? And the way you kill them, just by entering their names. Wait, that's it! Why do you complicate things? We just use the Death Note, but I mean, I like the idea of life notes, but the thing is, it's even funnier if it's a reference. Like, they wouldn't see the reference to Death Note, right? And I love the reference to Death Note, so how about this? We make a Death Note game, and it would be... I want it to be 3D, actually. So are you ready for a 3D Death Note game? But keeping the things basics, you know, you just write down the names and you kill them. And that's about it. You know, you just kill the dudes, you know? Yeah. Let's do it. Let me think about something. Yeah, it will work. There you go. 3D Death Note game, let's go! Okay, here we go. So, theme is use the book. I generate a new game. There. Let's freaking go. Okay. Okay. How do we do this? Well, simple. How do you do a 3D Death Note game? Well, the first thing you need would be, I don't know, a cube. Like every 3D game, it starts with a cube. And it keeps on going with a light source. And then the cube was actually the ground all along. But, you know, a white ground, not really funny. So then what you do is you create materials. You know, basic stuff. Okay, there you go. Boop. Okay, so we have the camera somewhere, right? I mean, okay, now that's better. Okay, here we go. We have the camera. Perspective. Change the color of the sky. Do anything at all. Okay. So here's the idea. How do you make a Death Note game? Well, the first step would be to create a book. How do you make a book? Well, easy. You go like this. Boop. Boop. Tack. Maybe even more. Okay. Don't do this at home, kids. I have no idea what I'm doing. But it's okay. Hey, look! It's a book! Magnificent. The illusion is perfect. It actually looks sick. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, this is better. Okay, perfect. There you go. So, the book. It's like we are in Death Note already. The illusion is perfect. Okay, so we got the books. Now what? Well, we need some scene. You Do I generate this thing randomly? Randomly? I could. Do I want to? Not sure. No, I guess I should be fine. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's try to do maybe... How about a magical place? Wait, I like this. How about you have this? Then you are translate. 4, 1. How about this? Let's see. Okay, it's taking shape. I need to add something to the mix, and it's called post-processing. So here we go. Oh wait, I forgot to put music back on. Okay, let's add some post-processing effects. Ambient occlusion, yes. Hey. I kind of like it. Depth of field, yes. I just never know how to make it work. God damn it. It's so hard to like... it's not that it's hard, it's just that I don't usually use this and I don't know how to keep the focus on the foreground and get it blurry on the background. The theme is use the book Big Bang, and we're doing a Death Note game. It looks sick in the background with... yeah, absolutely need to keep the background. Beautiful with the blurry effects. The only problem I'm having is I need only the background blurry. Wait. Is it working? Hey! I'm getting something. Okay. Wait, not done. Depth of field. I don't think I need a lens distortion effect. No. But I need vignette. Wow. It's crazy in 3D how you can make something look crazy beautiful in no time. Okay, so we have this, right? We got the scene working, which is awesome. Now what I need is some characters and be able to read the names of people so that you can write them down in the book, in the Death Note book. But I need them to be readable. It's going to be the hard part, I guess. So let's try this. Let's create a quad. I think it is. I should definitely create a prefab out of this. I think it's a quad. Yeah, see, it's blurry. It needs to not be blurry. But if we had a text, would the text be blurry? It is. That's crazy. Okay. Middle, center. 0.25. 0.25. It is blurry, actually. Yo, Kate, how you doing? It's been so much time. How you doing, man? We're making the second game of today, and the theme is use the book. It's been so long. And we're doing a Death Note game. Okay, so here's the idea, though. I need to create a material out of the skins. And yeah, that'll be the idea. I see. I mean, you can try. The only thing is, yeah, this blurry thing is not going to be easy. What if we make this much closer? Okay, but like much closer. Okay, it's still blurry. I need to change this. Crazy. Or maybe the blurriness could be part of the gameplay, actually. Why not? I'm pretty well. New home, new internet connection as fiber. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's crazy awesome. Yeah, I remember the first time I got fiber, I got crazy excited. Because I started with a really awful internet connection, actually. I'm so glad to see you again. Okay, you know what? Let's try. Let's try like this. So, hello world. Maybe we would add to the gameplay, right? So I need this to be a skin. So I'll say I create. Oh yeah, I know how to do this. I actually know how to do this. I just need to launch the game. In Turkey, fiber is like ancient price. Only 10% of internet users can reach it, I guess. Oh my gosh. Yeah. To be fair, like, yeah, for me, like, I went from the countryside of France and, well, it was a nightmare to get the fiber. But then I went to Paris and, yeah, it helped, actually. It really helped. So glad to see you again. Wait, what's happening to my glasses? Okay. So... Hey, Big Bang actually has... Wait! What? You finished the game in 29 seconds? Oh my fucking lord. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wait, and this one in 27 seconds? How did you do this in 20 seconds? Say, like, what the hell? Oh my. Oh my gosh. And a video conference app, by the way. His website. I stole the style, but back in his minds. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. Awesome. A video conference app. Is that hard to do? Was that hard to do? It's peer-to-peer. Okay. How much did it took you to do this? I'm actually super curious. Okay, so the game I'm interested in is actually the zombie game, I think. $103. Because the other ones... All that is this one, but it's different. 103, I think. Okay, 103. Here we go. Materials. 103. Yeah, and it's that big boy. Particles stolen and lit. Okay. Create material. Material. Material standard. Wait. Okay, so this needs texture. So resources, texture, skins. And I put one in there. And then I go particles, toner, and lit. And then I go to materials, 130. Do this, I do this. And it doesn't work. Why? Because... And it works! Look at this bad boy! No. No, 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 no. Wait. That's not good. G130 enemy. There you go. Whoop. Takes 2 weeks. Even you can share desktop too. That's so cool. But still got problems. Like 2 people can't talk. They're using the different devices. Like one of them computer and another is phone or tablet. Oh, okay. Computer and mobile works as well. Let's go. Online class starting, but be right back. Okay, see you later, man. Okay, let me see. I got your book. And you got people with names, right? So my guess is I'm gonna pick people from the premium usernames, right? Randomly. Like, I don't know, like 8 or 16 of them.
Nom nom nom.
Probably. Thanks, Bokire, for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I create one new game every day, and today's game 129 and 130. Because for the next month, I'm going to create 2 games in 1 month. Day. Okay. I'm going to create 60 games in the next 30 days. Basically. Yeah. And today is... So this is the second game of today. And the theme is use the book. So we're doing a Death Note game. So we got the book. We got the pliers. Can I make a shadow out of the players? I'm wondering. Let's try actually. What if I do this? I'll rotate it exactly 100 degrees. And then exactly 90 degrees. Yeah, no, it's ugly. Nah. Nah, we don't need that. How you doing, man? Are you a developer? Hello, world. So the idea is... Yeah, let's create a bunch of them and let's create some scripts. And let's try to have fun with them. So... 130... G... 130... enemy. Sure. Let's try this. So what do I need for this? Something like that, I suppose. Perfect. Public text mesh username. Public renderer. Okay, and how are we gonna deal with this? The same way I dealt with this, actually. I think we should be alright. So, public string username, public int index skin. The good thing is that I already did that, so this part is actually going to be really easy to do. So, yeah, something like that. And then you update the thing, and then I want them to move around randomly without colliding with one another. Yeah, that should work. Oh, there's a problem. There's a problem. Oh my gosh, there's a huge problem. There's something that destroys the gameplay. I wanted to put the usernames of the premium users. But that's going to be bad. Because... Well, because there is no... You know, you can just learn those users and you're good to go. Which is bad. How do I make it so that it's not the case? No. I can make it so that it's not just the premium users. It's any kind of user. And because it's 16 of them, well, you have to write the good ones. That could work. Yeah. And I can even make premium users, honestly. It will work as well. Even though, yeah, no, probably all users, actually. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna make it all users. And then they move randomly. Okay, be right back in 1 second. Be right back in 1 second.
Nom nom nom.
Okay. Let's see. Dude, I really need to install this update so that it stops removing my account. Okay. We're right done actually. This doesn't. What else? Okay. Okay, we're back. So we got a player, an enemy. With an enemy script. Takes the text and the renderer. And now we're gonna code this here guy. Oh yeah. Okay, here we go. So vector 3. Vector 3 target. Vector 3 target. Okay, in timer target. Timer target. If timer target inferior to 0, then you generate a new one. Oh no, sorry. Target equal new vector 3. Actually, wait. Move towards vector 3. Ah. Move towards target 2D. What does this do exactly? Is this something move towards target 3D? And what this should do, well, and we will add something else that is, we'll ignore Y axis. Maybe? I don't know. Moves towards a target. (3D). Moves towards. Okay, we got two things. Move towards. Could. Nah, probably can't. I mean, it works well in 2D, just not in 3D. It's okay as well. We're gonna code it ourselves. Global.next. So we need X, Y, and Z axes. Let's see. We have an enemy. I would argue that it should move from -5 to 6. -5 to 6 in the x-axis. Okay. In the y-axis, it should not move, and in the z-axis, -4 2. It's so cute. -4 2. X seed. Okay. So direction equal target minus transform position dot z. This is a direction. Distance equals this. Direction. Move speed. Timeout target equal global.next. I'd say something like Something like this. Okay. I think that should do it. Okay. Game object. Enemy. Provide list. Enemies. Enemies equal new list. How much enemies do we create? We said maybe 8 or 16. Maybe 16. Let's try 16. If it's too hard, we'll reduce to 8. So how do I do this? I have a function that gives all premium names. What I want. Do I have a game? Wait, give me a second. I think I do. Wait. I do, so it's double. Get premium names. I don't need them. I have them. Wait, I have them. Okay. There you go. Get icon names. Then you arrive here. You instantiate some enemies. So prefab enemy, new bit 3, I'd say. Doesn't matter that much, but I could make them spawn. Yeah, cute animation could be fun. Okay, I could do this. That should work. Okay. Enemies.add enemy. And now the only last thing I need is to, yeah, do this. Okay, I can do this. Can do this. How do I do this? We have an enemy. We need to do this. Okay, 103. Oh, interesting. Actually makes sense. Let's finish the gameplay and then we do that thing. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it makes sense. I get it now. Okay, cool. Enemy dot index skin equal global dot next. Shuffle. Okay. Oh, this is perfect. Okay. So, we try to get the icons, right? Only if they exist. If they don't exist, that's okay. If they do exist, then you take the first account skin and you set also the username and you delete the first item. Otherwise, who actually cares? Hey, Mr. Bitter. Hey, Missam. Welcome to the channel. Interesting for me. No, what do you think about, you know? Means this in 3 words. In 3 words? I have no idea. I can't describe a... I have no idea. Fortunately, I don't know much. I actually really don't know much. But yeah, I can't describe a country with 3 words. But welcome to the channel, though. How you doing? Are you a developer? One? Oh, in 1 word. I don't know. Exotic? I have no idea. I've never went there, so I have no idea. I don't know how the food is. I don't know anything. I don't know, well, I don't know enough. I'm really, like, some countries, yeah, sure I can. But like, there are some countries out there that I really don't know enough to resume them in few words, right? So yeah, I'll just say, yeah, I'll just say I'll have to visit and see, like, yeah, find out like 1 word that could describe it. What time is it for you in Iran, actually? If my understanding is right, I don't know, maybe it's 4 p.m. or something? Wait, no, wait, it's 5, 6, oh, okay. 6 p.m.? 5 p.m. I'm trying to guess. Yeah, I'd say something like that. Do you like yeah, I'd like. Yeah. I'd like to visit like the entire world, but to be fair, like right now I don't have the money and don't have the time either. But yeah, I love to travel and I would love to visit a lot of countries actually. 4 p.m. in Iran. 4 p.m. Hey, I was close actually. Let's go. Are you a developer? And basically the idea of the channel is to create 1 game every day, and we're at game 120, well, 130 actually. We've made 2 games today. Next. Something like that, right? Yeah. That seems good. Let me dot index skin and me dot username. I think that should work. And then what you do is update fields, right? I think we're gonna be able to test really soon. Do I have everything? I think I do. Wait, no, not this. We have the movement. We have the skins. No, wait. Index skin, I'd say. There you go. Yeah, I think we have everything to try it out. So let's give it a shot. So world add G30 world prefab enemy. So boom, prefabs. Boop. And we try. What on Earth happened? But what on earth is happening, actually? Okay, a few things. This needs actually a box collider. No, not 2D, actually. A box collider. Oh, but I can't do a box collider because... I can't do a box collider. I can't do a box collider, damn. Oh, shit. I can't do a box collider because... they're going to collide with one another. Except if I say I don't care. Well, let's try with a box collider and we'll see soon enough, like, if it's working or not. Um...
Nom nom nom.
Thanks, Mason, for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Something's weird though. Okay, so this is... oh, there you go. And rigid body. And... yeah. You know what? Let's make it super thin. Yeah, sure. And... not let's try it, but something feels off. Oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, new plan. This is so weird. Okay, new plan though. Let me think. No box colliders. And a Y on -1.9. Let's try this. Let's try this. We do this. And we do no box colliders. And then we try. Yeah, sure. To do move, remove. Okay, let's try. Wow. Okay, works. Huh. It's cute, actually. Okay. So it works, but as I said, like, I would love to be able to have a depth of field that How about like this? Oh yeah, but the book is blurry. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I don't understand how the depth of field is working. It's actually driving me crazy. The reason of the blurry thing, which is called the depth of field, the reason why I want it is because it looks beautiful in the background. In 3D games, if you make your background look blurry, it looks absolutely amazing, right? It really does. But I can't figure out. The distance of the point of focus. Wait, did I make it work? Wait, I think that's it. It's a tiny bit blurry on the outside. Yeah. Okay, so that next thing I want to do. Actually, I don't even need this. Next thing I want to do is to write down names. So yeah. How on earth would I do this? I'm guessing I need a special canvas that is going to have an input field that is going to be always active. I don't want a placeholder, I want a text. I want this text to be press start, probably 32. I don't want also this, don't care. I want it to be always active. Okay. Okay. So right now this is what we have. It's cute. It's cute, but well, first it needs to be always active. To do that, I need to take the typing game. Where's the typing game? 77. There you go. Input field. There you go. Boom. It's always active. If you press enter, it deletes everything and it tries to, yeah. If input dot key get key down keycode dot return, then it looks through all enemies, right? If enemies right. If enemies dot count equals 0, the bumble game over. Speedrun. There you go. So I think game's almost done actually. I need to position the input field in the good position. And that'll be about it. Yeah. How on earth would I do that? It's going to be harder than I would think. Except if... Wait. What's happening? Yeah, there you go. I don't need to position it perfectly. Just need to create the illusion it's writing in the book. Did I do it? Oh, yeah, I forgot one thing. Okay. Okay, I might need your help, guys. I need to have dying animations, sound effects. I need to have dying sound effects. So I'm gonna make one myself, maybe even a few ones. But if you feel crazy, like you could actually make your own, you just need to record yourself during 5 seconds and then start doing the death animation, like something like a something like that. So yeah, but I'm gonna make one myself. That. Oh, there's one that is called Hello World. That's weird. Oh, I know why. It's because... No, I don't know why, actually. Why is there one called Hello World? Doesn't make any sense. There you go. No, it does. So... Oh, let's do one myself. That should be good. Effect noise reduction. Effect noise reduction. Boop. Okay, this one is definitely my favorite. Sounds good. G 100 and G 130. Die. Death. Actually, maybe this would be enough. I'm kind of having an idea. Because I finished the game so quickly, maybe I can have... I don't know. I'm gonna try something for fun. What's happening? Okay, there we are. Okay. I mean, just chatting. I'm gonna forget every single day. Science and technology. I'm so stupid. I'm gonna forget the entire day. You know what? I guess it's fine. I guess I'm just... It was still science and technology because it was a guy building stuff, so I as well stay in science and technology the entire day. Yeah, let's do that. It's much bigger brain. Yeah. Okay. So death, world. Boop. Oh. Boop. Ooh. Oh. There you go. There you go. Interesting. Here we go. Ooh. What is this? One of the textures is not transparent. I have no idea why. That's interesting. Yeah, it only needs to do this when you actually successfully kill someone, so... There you go. So see, if you write shit, it's not gonna work. If you write actually someone in the death notebook, it kills someone. If you find out his exact name. It's both a typing game. A remembering name, because, well, the more users that you actually know, the easier it could get. And yeah, that seems pretty cool. Hey Daryl, how you doing? What's going on with you? Okay, so here's the idea. I'm making games again, and to catch up, I need to create 60 games in the next 30 days. So I'm doing 2 games per day for a month. So this morning we made a game about taking photos of animals in the zoo, and this afternoon I'm doing a Death Note game where you write the usernames of people to kill them instantly. And you, how you doing? Wait, that's wrong. And there you win. There you go. That sounds about right. Is there enough people? How is the difficulty going? I'm not entirely sure. We should balance the difficulty and... Okay, we need music for this game. What kind of music should we do? I'd say much more fast-paced. That sounds like Koronai Joe music. don't like this one. Yeah. There you go. Ooh. Ugh. Okay, so musics 130. Let's try it. And the divine judgment occurred. Let me think. Okay, I don't need this. Okay. I need to balance the game to make it, well, not impossible to do and using the actual players. That is something I should do. What else? I'd say, let me think actually. I wanted to try. Okay. No, it's never gonna work. Because this is white and it doesn't work like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So I would argue that we need to balance the game. We need to balance the game. So let's add actually Easter eggs. 3D Easter eggs. Is there a way to make it so that the camera is the default camera. Huh. Hey, my refit just crashed, so Novix. We actually kind of finished the Death Note game. The only thing is... Yeah, maybe... Let me try something. No, actually, it's okay. So what is it? Well, let me show you. First, we need a name for the game. And we can't call it Death Note, unfortunately. All it needs is a name. Nah. Sounds like a description more than a name. A killer book. Yeah. That sounds about right. Okay. So we got this. So now let's go to game and let's try it to see if it's actually playable. Ooh. 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 It's actually working kind of well. Ooh. 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 Hey. Ooh. Oh, come on. Ooh. Ooh. Like samurai. Yeah, and he doesn't even have a skin. Basically, it takes 16 of the players of the accounts, right, and their respective skins, and they put them in there, and you need to kill them all. Glomerulusts. And then you win. Game's done. So the better you know the gamers' usernames, well, the higher your chances are of, you know, winning faster. But the more players there's going to be in one given day, the harder it's going to get, right? But you will still be able to read them. So actually the best time to do a crazy good high score would be right now for this game. So yeah, game's done. Let's do a screenshot. Let's do a beautiful screenshot. F5 doesn't work. That's weird. There's a lot of newbie skins, I have to admit. Ooh. 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 beta dev. What? I created a beta dev account? That doesn't sound like me. Wait, what? This is a beta dev account? Or maybe it's me. Oh, beta dev pu. I know who this is. Balmea. Okay, let's make a screenshot like this. Actually, it works pretty well. So, Photoshop, screenshot, upload. Woo! 2 games created in one day. Hell yeah, baby. I don't need you, I don't need you, I don't need you. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay, app data. And there you go, your 3 desktop game. And it's a typing game too. I love typing games so much. This is game 130. Resources, textures, thumbnails. 130. There you go. They look really beautiful, actually.
Nom nom nom.
They actually look really beautiful. Thanks, Conrad, for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hey, how's it going? Going great. Are you a developer? Welcome to the channel. I create 1 new game every day, and we're at game 130. And for the next month, I'm going to create 2 games in every day. So yeah. And we just finished the 2 games from today. The first one is a zoo photographer, where you need to take pictures of, well, zoo animals. So you just go near them. For example, I need a photo of this one, so I got one. Then I need a zebra, it's here. Then a banana. Wow, this game is so chill with the music and stuff. Wow, it's so cool. Where's a banana? Banana. I'm searching. Oh, banana. Got you. Baguette. Where is the baguette? Ah. And oh, missed it. Got you. Sonic. Where's Sonic? Sonic, got you. Poop. Ah, had it. Where is it? Come back. Poop. Got you. Duck. Where's a duck? Eggplant. Ah. There's a duck. Pigeon. Duck. Got it. And pig. Where is pig? No, zebra. Dog. Baguette. Pigeon. There you go. 92. I love the music and such. It's so cool. Maybe camera should go in front of player as you walk forward. You mean... Oh, you mean compared to the trees, right? Yeah, that's something I should really get into at some point. Like, for example, yeah. You mean going in... Yeah. That's a little detail that I'd love to do for my games. I never bothered, like, doing it, but yeah, it would be cool. Also, adding collisions would be cool as well. I should definitely try to do this. I didn't have enough time to make it, but yeah, I should definitely try to do this. The two main things I wanted to do is collisions and yeah, that thing, the Z position. And the other game we created is, well, the theme was use the book. And the goal is to kill everyone. So you just... I don't know if you watch the anime Death Note, but basically it's kind of a 3D Death Note. Like, you have the book and you need to find a way to read the usernames, right? And those are actual players. And you kill them one by one. There are 16 of them, and you just kill them. Wait, Dante 8. If you make a mistake, it's okay. You just doesn't kill anyone, and there is no sound effects. But if you actually kill someone, well, you know, there's no typing. It's Lion 3? I never saw this person. I didn't know we had a Lion 3. Is it a O? An O? Wait! Demon's Head 666. Ways Samurai. Lion 03. Oh, got him. Lena. I'm a English guy. That was my brother, by the way. That was my 10-year-old brother. And I immediately knew it was him just because he spelled it, I'm a English guy. I was like, dude, I know it's you. I just know it. Inospiel, Budsy, QC. Wait, where is he? Litwixis, Cymbaline. I don't know. Me neither. Benoit. Wait, Benoit. Got him. Thanks so much, Conrad. No, I mean, camera should move forward towards the direction you walk. Because it kind of drags behind player. Oh, wait! Do you mean... Wait. Move forward. Okay, I think I understand now. It's a cinemation effect. Okay, I understand. Oh, I see. Oh. I never tried this way. This is a basic cinemation Unity camera, and there's a delay, and I kind of always loved it. But you're right, I could do the exact opposite, so that you can see where you are headed. Oh, wait, I never thought about this. Do you know how to do this easily in Cinemation? If it doesn't take much time, I can do it. I did it before. If it's super easy, I'll do it. Otherwise, I'll try it for another game, I guess. But yeah, I do like the idea. I never tried it. So yeah, those are the 2 games we created today. And yeah. So you're a developer and you use Unity. That's cool. Are you a streamer as well? Let me check. You are making a 2D action RPG. Oh, with animation and stuff? Wait. Oh my lord, it's terrifying. What? Oh my gosh. The first thing I saw is that shit. Dude. Dude, I actually tried to make horror games twice. And it's so hard. I don't know if it's a horror game, but damn, this is terrifying. What the hell? Oh, and I see you have, how's it called? Stream avatars. I used to have this. I actually coded my own version of Stream Avatar, but I'm waiting for more active players to add it. I coded a Stream Avatar that is connected to the API, but I'm not displaying it right now. Maybe at some point I will again. Damn, that's a sick boss. It's terrifying. It's even in stream avatars. Damn. Yeah, that shit's terrifying. Oh my gosh. Actually terrifying. So you're using Unity for your 2D. Yeah, it says Unity and Photoshop. 2D Dark Souls games. Damn. Looks terrifying. Like, I don't know if there is sound effects and music. But like, with the good sound effects and music, like, this game is going to be like terrifying. Just the design without sounds, without nothing, it's like, wow. I like the lighting, actually. Seven months or so. I have no sound at the moment. Like, what I do is I record with Audacity and modify the pitch and tiny bit. Well, I'm not saying I'm great with sound design, but even just adding a sound that is bad is already huge because it gives feedback, and yeah, it's so powerful. And for a horror game, like, damn, the sound and music is super awesome. But you're gonna terrify people with sound and music in your game. Damn. I never did, you did rigging with Unity, right? I never did quite a complex 2D animation rigging yet. It's something I haven't spent time on. I'm mostly using simple animations. The only thing I did was actually, I can show you, I guess. and then I'll publish the game. But I did this animation when you start the stream. Every time I start the stream, this animation pops up. And it's like the biggest animation in 2D I did, I guess. Which is still just a guy dancing like this. With the music on the background. Yeah. Actually, it was from this game. Where is it? It was from this game. I had to. You can add it to your daily projects easy. Like, I definitely have to try. That'll be really fun. I don't know if it's hard or not, but yeah. Rigging is... well, seems really cool. I can imagine like a horror game with a spider and such. That'd be crazy. Let's publish the game then. Dun, 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 dun. Template. Boop. There you go. Same to deal with those things. Yeah, that should be alright. How long have you been using Unity? I've been making games for 8 years, and I've been only using Unity for 3 years. But I fell in love with the engine. Because before that I was using, well, things that were really bad with cross-platform, and just like, you had to do everything yourself. So yeah, Unity was a big step up for me. I used to use it in like 2012 and 2015. Now I'm back on it for about a year. Okay, so you've made 4 years of Unity. Awesome. Did you use another engine in between? Did you try other stuff? For example, I never tried Unreal Engine. One day I should definitely give it a try. But like, Unity is doing everything I want, so I don't see the point in changing now. Oh, same for me. Like, I had a big break when I couldn't make games. I actually had to stop streaming for years. And then I came back. I used to have a French channel, French stream, and I decided to try my luck with English streams. And I don't regret it. It's super fun. Okay, games published. Actually, let me get... yeah, I'm fine. Let's publish... well, we can do this. Pretty sure we can do this as well. And then we go to... let's publish the game. 130. Templates. There you go. 131 Windows. Boop. There you go. Yeah, I heard Unreal is decent, but I can't be bothered learning new engine. Yeah, same here. That's why it took me so much time to go into Unity, actually. Because I was so used to what I was working with. But I had to change because my old engine was ugly, awful, not updated anymore. It was XNA and a monogame, and it was so bad. I mean, no, I wouldn't say it was so bad. I would just say Unity is just so much easier and so much more powerful in my mind. So yeah, changed everything for me. Yeah. Like, you can still make absolutely amazing games with XNA. Also, Terraria was made in XNA. And, like, here's the thing, like, every engine almost would allow you to create amazing games. But, like, you would still be able to make those games with Unity. It's probably just going to be much easier, actually. And you will lose less time actually worrying about stuff and more time actually having fun with gameplay and balancing and stuff like that. Yeah. Definitely find love with Unity. Well. Games published. Game is published. So let me just do this. First by yeah, unless you want something very unique that you can't really do. Like Notia. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I know Notia, it's every pixel simulated, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Notia seems crazy. It's writing your own engine. Really depends on what you want, I guess. For the fun of it, I would love to try to create my own engine one day. We'll see. I never tried it. And when I see people do it, like, it's... I don't know, it seems so awesome. It seems really hard, but at the same time, really awesome. Kind of like dark magic. Okay. So, games published. Games are published. So, we successfully made 2 games today. So I'm happy about that. I still have a lot of work to do, you know, behind the scenes. So after the stream, but you know, we're good. So yeah, I think it was a good stream. If I start at 8 a.m. and it's 3, 5, yeah, it was an 8-hour stream, yeah. I wrote Little Engine, and it was fun to do, but I think there's not much point to doing so, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a try one day. See what the fuzz is about, but yeah. I'll probably always use Unity or stuff like that. Okay, so... yeah, end the stream. I was thinking maybe I should do a scene for ending the stream. Like something like... like something like start of the stream, but like, yeah, a screen where you have the chat. No, it will be right on like thanks for watching or whatever, and I don't know, something funny. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll do it. We'll see. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. It was crazy fun, actually. I love that stream. And yeah, see you tomorrow for 2 new video games. I love this music so much. It's killing me to end the stream right now. Okay. Bye-bye, and see you tomorrow. If you want to try the games, feel free. And I'm on the Discord if you want to join. So, yeah.